This is your WW3 news. EVs, a very controversial subject. There are those like the covert camp in the UK, Ukrainian camp, pushing the narrative. It is a narrative which they're pushing. Some bugs fall for it. And some people are a little bit more, how do you say, more aware. Use a bit of common sense, a bit of logic, do a bit of research on this issue. Well, regarding EVs, looks like Volvo and Mercedes are recalling in mass certain models which use this type of propulsion, the battery itself. And they're warning to their customers, until the issue is not sorted out, to recharge the battery until 80% of its capacity. What's the use is that? It's like saying, oh, knock off 20% on a full tank of fuel, basically, trying to say. And it comes down to defective modules and software. And obviously these modules are from third-party produce. They're not produced in Europe. They're made in China. It's a very complex industrial process. And replacing one of these things, if your warranty is not recognised, it can cost you a fortune. We're talking about 20 to 30,000 euro minimum. And obviously you have to put on the top of it labour and VAT. And a discussion of the depreciation of the batteries. It's like a battery of your mobile phone, smartphone. How good you keep it in conditions, the battery inside deteriorating in time after so many charges. And the fact is, with all the mobile phones, we're in another discussion. How come they got these damn things all sealed? It would be more better if they made the phones like old school. If they're a little bit more chunky, I don't give a shit. I would like to keep the product and it will still function, because the most common fault of mobile phones is the battery itself, which decides to pack in and it costs you more to repair it instead of buy a new one, depending on what mobile phone you buy. I tend to buy cheap ones. I like this impactor spending money on a new phone, expensive phone, is not so much. The problem is with EVs, electric vehicles, this thing which is called depreciation means it loses a lot of market value each year it passes. God knows how much you lost as soon as you drive out of the dealer. And people, don't know this. Because if you have to change your battery after 5 years, it's absolutely shagged. It probably costs more than the car it's worth. Because what's the point of doing it? Why do you think insurance companies, when it comes to road accidents, most of the EVs they write off? Because as soon as they suss out the battery's been damaged, there is no way you can repair it. It has to be changed. As simple as that. And afterwards you have to go to people, specialised garages, which are costly as well. And that's why EV insurances cost more than your normal car, basically. Why should we drive petrol or diesel cars have to pay more for EV cars for insurance? if you have an EV, you should pay more insurance because your vehicle is a liability in an accident. It can even cause a fire as well, which could cause a lot of damage. And I don't think insurance companies like to pay out money to compensate people who had their property destroyed, the vehicles destroyed, due to a stupid battery power pack for some reason, done a thermal run and stuff like that. No. Obviously, people who sell these cars, they won't tell you they're there to sell. And that's why it's always best, I say to the people, do your homework first. Whatever thing it is about. EVs, until they don't change the technology of the batteries, another type of form of combustion, or fuel, I should say, which is easier to produce, easier to have access, and make it more easier to make in mass productions these vehicles. It has to be light as well, because mind you, EV cars are a lot more heavy than petrol cars, because you have to add the dead weight of the batteries, as with a petrol diesel car. 60 litres tank. When you use the fuel, it becomes more lighter. But with an EV, you always got that dead paperweight underneath your arse. Well, it's people's choices whether to purchase an EV or diesel petrol car. But you must know the pros and cons about these things first.